Or did you know? You ever have a hint, hey, we're going to be going quick? Or was this a little bit of a surprise?
Man, I had watched football, and whenever I was in the recruiting process, I knew that Oklahoma State was going to do something like this, and I liked that. I thought that it was a great advantage because I had always been in shape. I'd always been a quicker lineman, I would say, and it was something I could handle. And if you can get guys that can do it, like the guys that Coach Dickey's recruited and brought in, we have a lot of guys that can handle that. So it's awesome. It's a great advantage for us, and I knew that we were going to do it, and I wanted to do it.
Yeah. Thanks a lot, Preston.
Has it made it harder to keep weight on this year?
A little bit, but you got to keep eating. Coach Glass and the nutrition staff and everybody here is great. They make sure we have enough food, and they make sure that we'll put our weight back on. Coach Glass, he checks in every week, and we have weigh-ins before and after practice. And you lose a few pounds, they'll come up to you, hey Wilson, down 3 pounds. What you gonna do to get that back? And you're like, oh gosh, yeah, he keeps you on track. Sometimes you're gonna have to eat that large pizza, and we don't want to eat that large pizza to get that weight back on, but it's all part of the game. It's part of the process.
What is it like eating a large pizza? I mean, that's something we dream of, but there's no chance we're gonna do it.
Oh man, I did it the other night. It was honestly great because it was after practice and I was really hungry, so I was like, oh, this is phenomenal. But sometimes it's hard, not gonna lie. Sometimes it's hard to eat that much, but it's, like I said, it's a job. It's what we signed up for. Different jobs are going to require different things, and this is part of my job. I chose this path, so I got to do it to the best of my ability, and part of that's keeping my weight. So I got to be responsible to do that, and I got to figure out a way to do it.
Is it a large pizza, sides, and a drink, or just the pizza?
Depends on the night. Some nights you're going to go and you're going to get a triple meat cheeseburger, a shake, and some bacon on it, and fries. And some night might be a little bit lighter. Depends what you're weighing in at, but you're always going to have to eat big to maintain and keep weight. At one point when I was younger in my career and really was trying to gain weight, it was disgusting, but it was like 7,000 calories a day. Like, I was eating a lot, like I had to, just to get to a good number, but it paid off because I'm weighing about what I want to weigh and getting playing time, so it's no doubt it was worth it.
So on the flip side, when you eat that amount of calories, how much does it burn off when you're practicing and playing?
Man, it burns off pretty quick, honestly. That's why I was having to eat so much because, the normal, I believe, is like 2,000 a day for an average-sized human. But then again, we're not average-sized humans. Like, it's part of it, It is hard, but, you burn some off. But with that 7,000, that was my balance to be able to still gain a little bit. But it took time, That was the maximum amount I could get in and gain weight, but not, be sick. So you got to find your balance. Everybody's different. Some guys on the team were 5,000. Some guys could not eat breakfast, not eat stuff, and still gain weight. Everybody's different.
3 games into being the starting center, what have you learned that you maybe didn't expect going into it?
Man, that's a good question. Give me a sec. I've learned a lot. I've learned a lot about my teammates. Learned a lot, how we can mesh as a unit. Learned how to be a better leader. Learned leadership qualities. I pride myself in being a leader. I want to set a good example, stuff every dude's got to work on. But ultimately, getting out there and getting in the heat of things, in the heat of the moment, it's been good for the whole team and our team bonding. And kind of, when something's not going our way, it's been good to see, hey, we're going to pick each other up instead of ripping each other's butts about it. Like, we're going to be able to get things done. It's been a learning standpoint and kind of changing things and making sure that, hey, tough criticism, but we're going to love each other up and make sure we get the job done.
Gundy's talked about rotating guys, and you see that with Jake and Jason. How have you guys been able to kind of handle that? He mentioned rotating it like receivers would. Have you seen that dynamic work within the room?
Yeah, Coach Dickey's been rotating some guys, putting some more guys in. Both guys have stepped in and done a great job. Joe Mahalski and Jason Brooks, both super great players, great people. Excited to have those guys be able to step in and help us and, give breaks where it's needed or, step in for plays and, whatever coaches had planned, it's worked so far. And those guys are great and deserve playing time too. So it's ultimately a great addition knowing that we have those guys, that we have enough depth to be able to do that, because I feel like in the past we haven't always had that depth knowing that we can rotate people in. We've known we've had sixth guys and guys that, okay, if somebody goes down, he's the next man up, but it's never been where we've been able to rotate. So that's going to keep guys fresh ultimately. So we can use that to our advantage going into games and further on, continue down the season.
This might have already been asked, but